Hi kids. Now we are going to learn about the correlation. Correlation is a statistical device that helps to analyze the covariation of two or more variables. Okay, to know about that, to analyze the two or more variables only, we are utilizing the correlation. Okay, types of correlation. What are the types of correlation? We will see there. Based on the direction of change of variables, it is there positive and negative. Based upon the number of variables which we studying, upon that we are dividing that one into the simple, multiple and partial correlation. Based on the constancy of the ratio of change of variables, we are dividing that one into the linear and non-linear of the correlation. Okay, linear correlation and non-linear correlation. First, we will move on to the positive correlation. The correlation is said to be positive if the values of two variables move in the same direction. Already I told, upon the direction of the variables only we are dividing into the positive and negatives. That means the direction of that alone we are going to study in these positive variables. In this one, what they are saying, two variables, they are positively, they are moving in the same direction. Negative correlation. The correlation is said to be negative when the values of variables moves in the opposite direction. Moves in the same direction means positive correlation. Moves in the opposite direction means it is called as a negative correlation. Okay. Here we may say that y equal to a plus bx in the positive. In the negative, y equal to a minus bx. Okay. Next, simple correlation I said, isn't it? Based upon the number of variables which we are studying. If only two variables are taken for study, then it is said to be simple correlation. Multiple correlation. If three or more than three variables, okay, only two means it is simple only. But if three or more than three variables are studied stimulationally, when we are saying that one as a multiple correlation. Next is a partial correlation. If there are more than two variables, but only two variables are considered, keeping the other variables constant. Okay, two variables are considered, keeping the other variables constant. Then the correlation is said to be the partial correlation. Next one, what they are given, based upon the constancy of the ratio of change between the variables. In this one, what I said, linear and non-linear I told, isn't it? Correlation is said to be linear when the amount of change in one variable tends to be a constant ratio to the amount of change in the other. What we studied in the positive correlation, y equal to a plus bx, same like that alone, this also will be calculated. Okay, a plus bx alone. But here what they are saying, the amount of change in one variable, the amount of change in one variable tends to bear a constant ratio to the amount of change in the other. If one thing it is changed means the other things also it will change, sir. Non-linear. The correlation would be non-linear if the amount of change in one variable does not bear a constant ratio to the amount of change in the other variables. In the linear, what they are saying, the first one if it is changed means it will bear the other variable also. Okay, but in the non-linear, if first one it changed means it does not, what it will do, it does not bear the constant ratio to the amount of change in the other variables. Here y equal to a plus bx square. Okay, methods of studying the correlation we will move. Okay, now in the types of the correlation, first we will move on to the scatter diagram method. Okay, in this one we are having the perfect positive correlation, perfect negative, low degree of perfect, low degree of negative, high degree of positive, high degree of negative, no correlation. Up to that we are having there. First we will learn what is the meaning of the scatter diagram method. Okay, scatter diagram is a graph of observed plotted points where each point represents the values of x and y. Okay, x and y. In the x and y alone, they are plotting that one. In that x, y, you know, in the graphical method, we used to do the x and y as a coordinate. Okay, and it portrays the relationship between these two variables graphically. Advantages of scatter diagram method. It is very simple and non-mathematical method. It is not influenced by the size of extreme item. It is the first step in resting the relationship between the two variables. What are the disadvantages of scatter diagram method? It cannot establish the exact degree of correlation between the variables but provides directions of correlation and depicts it is a high or low. Graph method. Next one is the graphic method. In this method, the individual values of two variables are plotted on the graph sheet and draw the curves of both the variables, say x and y. What I given here, same only. Okay, same like that alone, it also will come, but in the curved manner. Okay, in the curved manner, it will move on. That is called as a graphic method. Next, call person coefficient of correlation. Under this one, actually, they given this one in the direct and indirect method. In the both the method they given. Okay. Actually, it is calculated by taking the deviation from actual mean. Okay. It is calculated by taking the deviation from the actual mean. This coefficient of correlation they are denoting in the or. How they are denoting the symbol is or. Okay. In this or alone, they are calculating that. In the actual mean. From the, that means or how they are calculating from the actual mean means summation xy divided by root of summation x square and summation y square. Okay, summation x square into summation y square. Like that only they are calculating. This one is the actual mean method. But assumed mean method, it will be in the different. Assumed mean method, in that one, the correlation is n of summation dx dy minus summation dx into summation dy divided by root of assumed. This one assumed means definitely we will be having the d, isn't it? In that alone, n of summation dx square minus summation dx whole square, and in between here, in between again another root. Okay, n of summation dy square minus summation dy whole square. This is the assumed one. Okay, that one is the only the, what is that one? Only actual mean. Through the actual mean we are calculating the quotient of correlation. Okay, in the direct method itself we are calculating that one. Okay, this one is we are calculating from the assumed mean. Okay, okay, already I told in the assumed mean means definitely we will find the d. I told x minus x bar it will come. Okay, d means what? X minus x bar only we are calculating as a d. Dx means x minus x bar, dy means y minus y bar. Okay, summation dx they given, that means what I said, x minus x bar. Okay, summation dy is it, that means the summation of, okay, summation of this one, and summation of y minus y bar. From that alone we are calculating the dx and dy. Okay children. Next, indirect method. Direct method alone I told. In the indirect method what they are given here is dx, okay, equal to x minus x bar and dy equal to y minus y bar. What I said here, same thing alone they given there also in the indirect method. Actually here or is free from the origin. In the indirect method, or that means the correlation is free from the origin, and also it is free from unit of measurement. Unit of measurement also it is free. For example, we may say about the minus 1 will be lesser or equal to r. Okay, and also we may say that the r is lesser than plus 1 or equal to plus 1. Like that also we may take here. Okay, that was called as a indirect method. Okay, next we will move on to the evolution of regression. That one we will see in our next class.